I got bailiff and I got them from work. And I came home feeling a little bit down and discouraged. And one thing that I decided to do is that I was not going to continue to allow myself to be drowned in discouragement and frustration. And I decided to pray and decided to give God thanks. And when I think back on today, I went to work. I didn't have to get bailiff, and I got bailiff from my coworker. And it may seem like nothing, but the moment that you begin to really begin to count your blessings and think about the good things that God does for you and is doing or has done, then it's going to change the projection of your mind, and no longer will the enemy have conquer or have a foot over you. But the more that you begin to give thanks, which is the will of God, is the more your mood, your energy, and everything, your life, your mindset, what you're thinking is going to change. So I began to give God thanks and make a list of all the things that I was grateful for. And my body began to feel better. My body began to feel light. And I'm like, you know what? I have bailiff. I have bailiff that I can use to make tea, and it's very healthy. And then I can make some bay leaf tea to drink. Isn't that wonderful? Like, so many times we don't always think about life like that, but this is one thing that I can give God thanks for. And my goal is to continue every single time that I feel like I'm worrying about this and that and life and the challenges that I face, that it's my reminder to remember the bailiff, that God provided the bailiff for me because He wanted to. He didn't have to. And it's not like I had to pay for it. She just gave it to me. It was a gift. And the Bible reminds us that every good and perfect gift comes from above. And with God, there is no shift in shadow. So with me, I may have emotions going here, there, and everywhere. But with God, He is just constant. Like, He's constantly going to bless me. He's constantly going to be faithful. He's constantly going to be a loving God. Even in the moments where I cry and I scream and I shout and I ask God, where are you? Why aren't I seeing your hands in my situation? And not even realizing that His hand is always there. Because the Bible says that He's always watching over us. His eyes is always watching over us. And it is just such an encouragement for me to forget about myself, to forget about my problems, and to trust God. And to understand that if I have a problem, then guess what? God has given me the avenue to solve it. So who say that I cannot solve my problem? Who say that I cannot solve it? It's just that when we focus so much of our attention on the negative things, then all we see is the bad things. But when we choose to focus on the good things and everything that God is doing or God has already given us to do or to make or to create, then it really is going to change how we think, and we're going to be like, hey, who say I cannot use this to make money? God has given us everything that we can or that we need in order to be successful in life, and all we have to do is to be who He has called us to be and to always give thanks. So I encourage you as you go throughout this week to give thanks.